Hello, and welcome to Inside Boxing's Throwdown. I'm Aurelio Martinez, Stephen Johnson, and I'll tell you what, in this episode we're going to talk about the fights that we've seen last weekend, and of course the big official announcement that was made, Steve. So go ahead and tell us what we had this past weekend.
Well, we only had, as you folks remember, we only had one fight of note this past weekend. That was the big one. Everyone was looking forward to seeing if Jean Pascal could back up his big words, against Sergey Kovalev, for the light heavyweight title that the Crusher holds, and Jean Pascal, as we thought, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was a one-sided destruction. At the end of the seventh round, it was over, and I don't know. I think that, pretty much we all know that the fight that everyone wants to see in the light heavyweight division is Kovalev and Andre Ward. Just this past week, Bernard Hopkins piped in that he thinks that Kovalev stops Ward.
Yep.
And I think
Yep.
that poured a little bit of gasoline on the fire. But what do you think, Lil?
Well, obviously, just like you say, there's not much to say. Pascal wasn't anywhere near backing up his antics and his talk and all that. It was pretty much Kovalev taking control, demanding his will, and that's all you can really say. Wasn't very competitive at all.
Yeah, the one thing that was interesting, though, as you remember, leading up to the fight in the last couple of weeks, Pascal was the one who started playing the race card.
Oh, sure he did.
Brought it all out and had a lot of people, but I think, boxing is one sport that we know that boxers tend to say things to get under the other boxer's skin.
Sure they do.
And you can turn it into a racial thing if you want or not. But the bottom line is that Jean Pascal is not in the, as you like to say, the A side of the light heavyweight division. And so he talked himself up on, as Kovalev said, he said everybody, when he took a shot at him, he said everybody in Canada was telling me to kick his ass, so that's what I did.
Yeah.
So let's move on. The other fight that we had on Sunday night on Bounce TV, I know everybody knows about him by now because we talked about him, but the young kid Erickson Lubin, who should have been a 2012 Olympian, but he decided to turn pro instead.
Yep.
He won again. This is the kid. We'll just make it brief on him. He's a kid that you want to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, Erickson Lubin. Let's talk a little bit of radio, and I'll let you start on the big announcement that just came out today, and it's official from Golden Boy himself.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is what we like in Inside Boxing now, is to make the announcement, is wait for an official announcement, because a lot of stuff floats on the web, about have you heard this, have you heard that, but we never get an official announcement. It was an official announcement that came out by Golden Boy, announcing that Saul Alvarez, Canelo, will be indeed fighting Amir Khan. Okay, and that's going to be May 7th.
An HBO pay-per-view.
And that's official. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen at Canelo weight.
Yeah, of course.
Of 155. Forget all the other weights. It's Canelo weight.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about that fight? I mean, Khan's been, trying to get the big fight with Mayweather and trying to get the money fights and trying to get, and he's been kind of sidelined for a long time because he's been taking that approach that he wants the big fight. He doesn't want any other fight. And I think now he's realized he better do something or else his value and he's not going to make the money that he thinks, and took this fight with Canelo. Mistake or good?
Well, for him it's good because he's going to make money. I don't know how much he's going to make, but he's going to make some money. But bad in the fact that we all know the one knock on Amir Khan is his chin.
Yeah.
Okay. Amir Khan, in my opinion, can't take a good shot from Canelo Alvarez. It'll be interesting to see, as far as I'm concerned, see how long the fight lasts. That's the only thing in mind, is how long he can last, in there with Canelo. He has, Amir Khan, when's the last time he fought? We know that he hasn't fought in a while.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt him some, but he's looking for the big payday. What he does, as far as I'm concerned, makes it real good is for Kell Brook, because after Canelo destroys Amir Khan, then Amir Khan has to fight Kell Brook. Everyone will demand he fight him, and Kell Brook will be able to just go ahead and walk through him. It won't even be close. I think it wouldn't even be close now, but at that point, Kell Brook will have a good time with it, Lel, because the bargaining power that Khan feels he has now, that's out the window after he gets dusted.
Well, I'll tell you what, everything seems to be pointing against Khan. Okay, number one, Canelo's going to come into the ring, fight night at, 170, 175 pounds?
I mean, for sure.
He'll weigh in at Canelo weight at 155, but when he walks in the ring the next night, he's going to be in the 70s.
Yep.
Amir Khan, I don't think he can carry that heavy weight, so I think Amir Khan's going to come in the ring right at about maybe even below 155. He's probably going to come in at like 149, 151, something like that, if even that. But I will give him a slim chance if he's in top condition and can move and use his hand speed for 12 rounds. Okay, forget about trying to knock Canelo Alvarez out. Okay, that shouldn't be his plan. His plan should be go the distance, use his hand speed to score, and get the hell out of the way. Okay, that can work for him. The only reason I'm saying that is because Canelo's slow. Canelo's not a fast fighter. He's a stalker. Yeah. He's slow, and he's going to try to cut the ring off, and he's going to stalk to land his to land his power punches. Because if he lands his punches, he's going to knock Khan out. I mean, I don't think anyone denies that. Yeah. So, but I will give Khan that slim margin because, you know, when Khan first came on the scene, I was a big Khan fan.
We both were.
You know, so I still give him that he's got hands that are fast. Okay, so if he can utilize the speed, the hand speed, score, and get out the way and not allow Canelo to stalk him, to set and deliver the hard punches, then I say he can win a decision.
Okay, that the him outboxing Canelo is a strong point that he could possibly do. That won't get him the title. There's no way that he walks out there because everyone's going to say you ran, and he's not going to get it like that. He's going to have to fight Canelo. He can't fight Canelo. I'm looking at this like Kovalev and Pascal. He's run his mouth. He's, said nobody wants to fight him. Everybody's scared. Well, he walked himself up on this ass whooping. This will probably be one of the pay-per-views that I will buy specifically because I want to see Amir Khan on his back. Okay, everybody knows.
Well, you might.
I don't care for this dude.
You might. You very well might.
I remember when he first came, we were big fans of his because I mean, when he first started, he was humble. That's the thing. Yeah. He was humble and he was like, hey, I plan on being world champion. Next thing you know, he wins a couple fights, and I think him and Oscar went out to the club together. Yeah. And he drank some of Oscar's juice, and next thing you know, he's out of his mind. Anyway, that fight will come up May the 7th.
You know, as a boxing trainer and a box myself in the past, I love hand speed.
Oh well, Donald had.
I just love hand
speed. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Donald Cameron had it was him and Paulie. Paulie they were the two with the best hand speed, but Donald never ran his mouth. Donald was always like, hey, let's just get this fight and we'll go and do what But we know what Donald can do. Yeah. But like I said, your point about the hand speed. Go ahead.
Yeah, I love hand speed in a boxer. I think the hand speed is so good, and you just take away the offense from your opponent if it's used properly, because your opponent has to be in a defensive posture not to get tap. Now you put the hand speed together with someone that knows how to use the hand speed, and that guy can open up abrasions and cuts in an opponent real quick. It's an old technique and it's a lost art, but let me tell you, I just love that style. I love the defensive style of fighting, and that's just me.
And to your point, that is one of the reasons why Paulie Malignaggi is still around. Yeah, it's because of his hand speed. Yeah, he goes over when he went over to Europe and won the title. You and I talked about it. We said he's going to win this. Yeah, and he did win it just because these guys, they couldn't handle his hand speed. And we know speed is power.
That's right.
And so he just caught him off guard. They said, this old guy, and, they thought it was easy out. Hand speed, you're going to give the credit for Khan. I give him the Khan for that. Power, is purely Canelo, and power is going to overrun the speed in that fight that comes up in May.
Well, like I say, I'm not going to pick him to win.
Of course not.
I'm just giving him. I'm just giving him that slim benefit. Yeah.
To run for 12 rounds and
but it can be done, and I would not be surprised if it's done. So
I would be surprised.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's the end of our first episode. We'll be back with our second episode. We're going to talk about Golden Boy has done some things here in the last week. Very interesting.
Making a move,
that will affect the amateur scene and also the professional scene. We'll talk about that in our next segment.
Till then, keep them hands up.
Keep them up, baby.